I love the smell and the sound. I love the sound of the waves and the smell of the saltwater. There's just something about the ocean that just kind of stands out. It's kind of like an escape from reality in a way for me. Man, I enjoy it. I love it.
Lyric, can you give me a hand with the stuff, please, bro?
Sweet.
All good?
Yep.
Born and raised in Taranaki, 17-year-old Lyric Williams is most at home when he's near the water.
I hope we don't get wet, bro. Look at those waves.
Yeah, I love it here. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever leave, to be completely honest.
So we just have a bit of a kōrero first day. We'll go through our karakia.
Matua Brad Huntley is his mate.
I'm not sure if you know this one. It's tangi te kawe kawea. Have you heard of that one? But it's a real nice karakia, especially for this time of the year.
I can just talk to him freely and he won't go and say anything to anyone else. It'll just stay with him. And it's kind of like just having a mentor. He pretty much is a mentor to me, yeah.
At the core of that young man, he's got a good heart. I really love spending time with him. I think that his potential is limitless.
But Lyric's path to this point has been rocky, with issues beginning at school.
I would constantly get into trouble for being like disruptive, loud, having random outbursts, stuff like that. I was getting into trouble. I didn't know why, and it would cause me to get really, really angry. And that also kind of pushed me towards the wrong crowds of people. In a way, I felt like I was misunderstood. In school, I started getting into fights, and I started to get into a bit of mischief outside of school as well. Got into a little bit of trouble with the police and that. I kind of got caught up with stealing cars.
Lyric wasn't the only one. This is an issue that's dominated headlines.
Youth crime seems to be increasing.
Handle on the ram raid epidemic.
Crimes carried out by people under 13 jumped 24%.
And Brad knows all about it. He's an iwi liaison officer for Taranaki Police.
That has been a bit of an issue. Stolen cars and joyriding and breaking into vehicles is a big thing. Māori are overrepresented in terms of most of our statistics, and it's no different here.
Something he wants to see change for rangatahi like Lyric.
A lot of people probably thought he was going to fail in life. He'll just keep getting into trouble. Yeah, he's made some mistakes and he's made some decisions that I know he regrets, but it shouldn't define who he is.
He doesn't see me as a bad person or anything like that. He doesn't hold any of the stuff I've done in the past against me.
Brad has been there to support him in a unique way.
Are you keen to paddle?
Yeah, I'm keen to paddle.
He's been teaching Lyric waka. It's part of a program called Te Hapai Hoe, a police initiative set up by Brad, his colleagues and iwi to help steer young Māori kids back on the right path.
Not just paddling. Waka is like a tiny, tiny part of it. There's so much more. We have 3 po. One is karakia, one is pepehā, and the third one is whakapapa. There's something special about this that you can't replicate with other sports. When you first get into the waka and you start working as a team and getting out there, and there's the taiao side of it as well, there's the wairua side of it, there's the competitive side of it. And when you put all those components together, you've just got this amazing all-round sport.
The program is also about prevention.
We're not only working with taiaohi that have maybe come through the youth justice system, we're also working with taiaohi that are in a good space, just showing them you're doing well. Our kura kaupapa kids are a good example of that.
Put some warm clothes on because it's a bit windy out there today. Okay?
These rangatahi are from Te Pihipihinga Kakano mai Rangiatea. They're here during school hours.
It's a safe space for them. There's no expectations on them to win medals or anything like that. It's just about participating and having fun.
Brad, who's also a former teacher, hopes one day the program can be part of the curriculum because these kids are learning more than just how to paddle.
When you become a teenager, you turn into this different creature. But there's a couple of things that I've learned. One is, with activity, that frontal lobe turns back on. And then the other thing is love. That's one of the most satisfying parts of this whole program, is watching them develop. They learn the techniques, they learn how to become faster, they learn how to work together as a team. And all of a sudden you've got these champion kids, you know, and they may not be champions of winning races, they become champion young people, good at home. They're not arguing so much with parents, they're not going out and doing silly, crazy stuff in town. They've got better stuff to do because they want to be out there. I just love the whole idea of forming long-lasting relationships and reconnecting families together with our culture, because that's how we heal.
But to tackle youth crime, the government's reintroducing military boot camps.
You know, these are kids who need to be reprogrammed.
Te Hapai Hoe is different.
So rather than having a program that has a 10 or 12-week program and then finishes and you get a certificate, and see you later, I can tick the box and then show someone that I've worked with. It's a sugar rush, and once the sugar's gone, then we're back to where you were before. Some of the taiwahi that I work with, in fact all of them, can stay on as long as they want.
And it's having an impact.
I kind of just realised how my actions were affecting those around me and the people I love. And that kind of was what convinced me to change.
They can look at other avenues rather than going and doing a ram raid or breaking into a car. They might think twice because I've got to meet up with Matua Brad next week and we're going paddling. I don't want to ruin that.
Turning the tide for rangatahi Māori.
When I got diagnosed with ADHD and depression and anxiety, quite a few things, but just seeing how much it's helped me and like helped me on my journey, well, I kind of just zone out completely. Like everything else around me kind of just blurs out and it's just me, the paddle and the waka and just, yeah.
For me, it's all about our taiwahi, and if I can give them something that they may not normally be able to have in their life, then I've done a good job.